just when you think you've seen it all, the hammer drops. In this case, it's Thor's hammer on this edition of Test Drive, the all-new Volvo XC90. All too often, a car that's billed as being all new really is not. The majority of it may have been tweaked or reworked, but seldom is it overhauled from bumper to bumper. The Volvo XC90 is the exception that makes that rule. Everything from the look to the platform and powertrain choices is totally new. No, it won't be mistaken for anything other than a Volvo, but it does mark a wholesale change in philosophy. This new Volvo XC90 sets new standards when it comes to the cabin layout. It's not so much the seats, although they are superb, nor is it the reconfigurable dash. The reason is right here. This is the best infotainment system money will buy. This center console is just like an iPad, and anything you do on an iPad, you can do on this. But the real plus is, and where it outdoes an iPad, when old man winter arrives, you got your winter gloves on, it still works. The XC90 arrives with an all four-cylinder Drive E engine lineup. Where it differs is that the 2-litre used in either the T6 Tester or T8 plug-in hybrid is that both arrive with a supercharger for low-end punch and a turbocharger to boost the mid and top end. In the case of the T6, this means 320 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, which is more than ample. The fact it's a smooth and unflustered operator that runs to 100k in 6.5 seconds adds to its appeal. It's safe to say more manufacturers will start blending supercharging with turbocharging to access both the power and efficiency. Now, if this T6 isn't quite enough, you can always go for the T8 plug-in hybrid. It uses the same gasoline engine and it adds an 82 horsepower electric motor to the back wheels. That means you get 400 horsepower, a run to 100k of 5.9 seconds, and if you can believe it or not, an average economy that's the equivalent to 2.7 litres per 100 kilometres. The T6 is teamed with an 8-speed automatic transmission. It works very effectively, willingly dropping a cog when the driver pours on the coals. The all-wheel drive system mirrors this work ethic. It normally drives the front wheels but can send up to 60% of the power rearward when needed. The good news is that the speedy transfer of power remains almost invisible, even as it limits wheel spin and makes the very best of the available grip. The stability control system also contributes by braking a spinning wheel. The clean sheet approach to this XC90 brings a ton of flexibility. To begin with, there are 3 rows of seats. Now, you wouldn't want to sit in the 3rd row if you happen to be an NBA player, but for an average adult, it actually does work. The middle row, very comfortable, and if you fold all of the seats down, you end up with 2,427 litres of space, which was just a little bigger than my first apartment. In spite of its size, the XC90 feels so much smaller and alive when it's driven with authority. It uses double front wishbones and a new integral link rear axle that features a transverse leaf spring. In the end, it balances the need for comfort with the ability to tackle a corner with enthusiasm. Given its size and tall stance, the XC90 did a very credible job of running the pylons. There is a degree or two of body roll, but the suspension is quick to take a set and hold the body there. Likewise, the steering affords the right sort of feel and feedback. It all makes for a surprisingly athletic drive, which was not what I was expecting. The Volvo XC90 was once the poor relation of the Euro crossovers. This new model, well, it can stand on its own considerable merits. It's got utility, flexibility, the right blend of powertrains, and the best infotainment system money can buy. Of course, the fact that it's priced very aggressively only adds to its appeal.